welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. Luke does not like tights. How about that?
I'm partial to wearing them, but touching them I don't like with my hands.
How'd you get them on?
Hand touch them.
With his toes.
With his dainty little toes.
Pulling him up, his little toes kind of gripping and...
My mind pictured it, now you all can too.
I'm Jacob Machin, that's Caleb Dowdall.
Yo, yo.
This is Theatre of the Mind Flayer, improvised D&D podcast. We're here with all of our favourites. We're back with the main peoples. I was going to say bros, and I was like, no. And then I was going to say bitches, and then I was like, no. And then I was like, people.
But he still said it both.
Pals. Oh, of course I would. We're here with these babies. Wait,
First
do we
one.
get demonetized for that?
We might be.
Are we
there we go.
monetized?
You guys are getting paid for this?
No, we're losing money.
We'll just hear redacted.
Yeah, hang on. We'll put a different word in there. Babies. So if you can cut that out and drop that in there.
Easy.
Awesome. First baby off the block is Hercules Mays.
And baby.
And baby.
And baby.
We have Daelyn Lester-Serafini.
Oh no.
It's going to be one of these podcasts.
We have Luke Sykes.
Baby Spice was my least favorite of the Spice Girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? How?
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Who's your favorite?
Scary or sporty?
Of course. Of course
right,
they
okay.
are.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It checks out.
Why? Why does that check out?
Have you been stalking? Anyway, we won't get into anything like that. Danielle Butlin.
Hello.
That was your baby noise?
What? Oh,
What? Come on. Nobody puts baby in a corner. It was right there.
You just put baby in the corner.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you guys doing? Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
Thank
It's been a while.
That's how we're doing. Honestly,
You're
today
so
I got a little nervous. I was like, that's right. We're
Welcome
coming
back to the
We're doing it
table.
again.
For those of you counting, Caleb, how many times have you broken your phone in 5 months?
4 times?
This is the third time since January.
Okay.
So fourth phone, I guess.
Wow.
And I wanted to have a quick conversation about everyone else breaking their phones. Do you guys put covers on your phones?
Yeah, my cover is
Yes.
currently cracked,
Yeah,
but my
you can
screen
see.
is not.
Yeah, no, you can see. I have one of those like
Starting to feel
plexiglass
attacked.
ones, and then
my tempered
Jake.
glass thing
Yeah,
is
yeah, no,
smashed to
that's
bits.
exactly what- yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah. I got
Does-
a cover on
yeah.
mine. as
Caleb,
well.
what about you?
So as Jake knows, I feel like he does know. We've talked about this before we asked that very leading question.
Nothing is sacred.
I put a phone case on my phone, but
Good. That's
whenever I'm like watching TV or even just talking to someone, I fiddle with it and I take it off and I lose it subconsciously. So people say you should keep the phone case on. I'm not consciously taking it off. I'm trying my best. And some people want to talk about it on national podcasts.
Do you
So
sometimes just like find you're naked and didn't realize it?
sometimes my phone is always smashed. What is going on?
And so why didn't we
I think there
record
might be a
last
lot
week?
there.
You were also broken.
Yeah, I broke my neck on a water slide last week. That's why.
Yeah, so you went whitewater rafting and you were fine, and then you went over, what was it, you had a little bump?
It was like
little-
one of those raft slides, like very easy water slide. And we just took a little bit of air and landed, and I didn't even move, and I just felt something in my neck kind of go,
Oh.
and then, couldn't move my neck for about 5 days. Started getting like chest pains on the other side of where I hurt it, which is quite worrying. But I'm good now. So
Have
My
you been
one-
to a doctor?
no. No, I have like a million things wrong with me that I need to go. I'm just going to add that to the list. But I feel better now, so.
I like that you have like a grocery list for the doctor. You're like, not yet. It is not
Yeah.
enough. It's not
I do need like a full health
Full
check.
physical, blood work, all the...
Anyway, enough about me and my
So what
debilitating
Medical-
serious medical
Canada.
conditions do we all have?
Free healthcare.
We're going to play an improv game before we send Caleb to the doctor. He's fucking
So I'm
shit.
calling 911 right now.
Yeah. We are going to play a little game called Interview, semi-homebrewed. It's a rip-off of something. I can't remember what. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to have 2 news anchors. They are going to cut across to an interviewer and some sort of professional star of some sort, whether they're a sports star, a singing star, something specific. One of the anchors and the interviewer know what the star does. the other anchor and the star themselves do not know what their occupation is. And we are going to cut back and forth between the studio, asking the interviewer to ask questions and that sort of nonsense. Who would like to be our 2 anchors?
Do us too? All right, we're out.
Yeah, go on. Get out of here. Go on. So, do you want to be interviewer on the street or you want to be anchor?
Yeah, I guess you can be
sure.
interviewer
I'll
on
be
the street,
I'll be
yeah.
interviewer on the street.
Anchor?
Yep.
So, yeah, it doesn't have to be a sport. It can be something as ridiculous as like you're a ping pong player that only plays with their mouth. Or
Okay.
you're a volleyballer that plays naked but demands to be lathered in sunscreen on every break or something like that. Like real specific stupid shit.
Like a cat wrangler that's allergic to cats.
I kind of like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Sweet.
All right, come on in. I am going to be a co-anchor.
So I'm interviewing you.
Yeah.
Oh, you are the interviewer?
Yes.
And you are the anchor.
Have your
I
new
am the
co-anchor.
anchor.
Thank God.
Excellent.
You're going to be okay this
Caleb's going to give us a completely different vibe for a news opening.
Boom, ba boom, ba boom, news time. Boom, ba boom, ba boom, news time. Getting your news, cuz it's news time.
Hello, everybody. This is Falchion Wayne here on News Time.
And I am Cunny Lingus.
Okay.
This is the network. Hold for a second. Yeah, Cunnilingus, we're going to have to change that name. It's a little too on the nose, or on the tongue, if you will. Back to ones, please.
Hi, I'm
Can we
Falchion.
play the intro again, please? Exact same intro.
Boom, ba boom, ba boom, news time. Boom, ba boom, ba boom, news time. You gotta come and get your news because it is news time.
Hello, this is Falchion Wayne of News Time. And of course, I'm here with my co-anchor.
All right, this is the network. Hold one. Biggest dickus, if you could say your name properly this time. All right, let's take it back to ones. Play the beginning again, please.
Boom, ba boom, ba boom, news time. Boom, ba boom, ba boom, news time. Come get your news. It's news time.
Hello, this is Falchion Wayne from News Time. And of course, I'm here with my co-anchor.
Wade Pouchin.
And tonight, we got a positively ecstatic interview for you tonight.
Who's our interviewer? Oh, yeah.
Lily Mole. I'm here on the street, and I'm here with someone that they're here to describe their job and what they do and just how difficult it really is.
Is it very difficult?
The studio wants to know, is it very difficult?
Very, very difficult. I mean, obviously, the more experience you have, it gets easier, but it's still a difficult job.
Is it a two-handed job or a one?
Yeah, a studio wants to know, do you use 2 hands or just 1?
Usually 2.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that would make sense because otherwise, how would you pick them all up?
Exactly. Yeah. It's far more efficient with 2 hands.
Yeah, and do you find you get scratched a lot?
It depends on the day, you know, and the mood.
Yeah, so all those moods.
What's your aftercare routine?
Yeah, what a studio would like to know. What is your aftercare routine?
For myself?
Yeah. You know, after you're done a hard day of work.
Of course. I you know, make sure I wash everything really thoroughly.
Oh, yeah.
I use, you know, calming lotions.
Oh, very important.
And just
Can she
lots of
use
sleep.
retinol A in that bright sunshine?
Sorry, this interviewer doesn't understand the question that I'm being asked by the studio. So let me just hold on. Let me just confirm very quickly.
It's for old people who want good skin.
Oh,
And you can't go in the sunshine because it kills you.
oh.
Doesn't kill you, but breaks your cells.
The studio would like to know if you need to use retinol A.
If I use retinol A, I only use it before bed.
And are you on any other medications that you might need for your job?
That's a very personal question.
Oh, but the studio would really like to know.
We do love personal, don't we, Wayne Pouchin?
I'm Falchion Wayne. You're Wayne Falchion.
I was talking to myself. I'm a third-person orator. What of it, Pouchin Wayne?
We don't mean to get too personal, but it's just our brand. So we'd really love to know if there's any medication you need for your job.
That I need for my job?
Yeah, you know, what helps you get through? Because I'd imagine you personally, it must be very difficult to do this kind of work.
course, maybe all the different symptoms she may be having.
Yeah, the studio is reminding me that you may have many different types of symptoms.
Lily Mole, can you ask her, does she smell nice? No, can you not ask her, just smell her. But do it subtly. While asking, does she give really good advice to people who don't need it?
So I just want to know. I'm just gonna lean in here for a moment because this is a touching moment with the studio. Do you find you give really good advice, especially to owners that might be looking for some relief that they're getting the care they need?
Yeah, I try to empower owners to give care in their own way, as well as so that they're not just relying on me for the care. They can also be giving care.
I think it may be time to bring our second special guest on the scene. I know it may be a little extra, but we'll just make sure that everything's all right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, and they're coming in. Here, hold on. We have a special guest for you.
A special guest for me?
Super excited.
You didn't tell me about this.
Bring him
What's
in.
going on, Fouchin Wayne?
Wayne Fouchin, we just want to see this amazing person in action.
Okay, I'm excited.
Oh, this is just beautiful. This is a beautiful kitten.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's a really we found this was a stray. It's from the local rescue, and so we just want to know, and we want to see the difficulty that you deal with every day.
Lily Mole, can you pick up the animal in question? I want to see how it reacts to you.
Yeah, Fouchin Wayne, it's not really a part of my job
Well, I'm
description.
Wayne Fouchin. Bet you're getting cunnilingus being cut now.
I'd really rather that the experts show us how it's done.
Of course, and you are in luck. I have taken my medication today, so I am not at any danger of having an allergic reaction to this cat.
Wow, the way you handle that small animal and not a sneeze in sight. It's amazing.
Just scritches behind the ears.
Wayne
at all
Fouchin
that.
is still confused.
Look
He has
at all
no
that
idea who this person
adorableness.
is. Is it someone with an allergy?
Yes, I have quite a severe allergy to cats, but I've made it my life's mission to care for cats.
Well, what a brave and special thing that you do. And we're going back to the studio, and we've enjoyed all our time with you. Back to you, Fouchin Wayne.
I've been Fouchin Wayne.
I've been Wayne Fouchin.
And this has been News Time. See you next time.
Boom, 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 new style.
Wait. Who were you?
Yeah.
Who were you?
Yeah, you were a cat wrangler who was allergic to cats.
Oh.
Yeah, it was great.
Some of the best improv I've ever seen, some of the best game playing I've ever seen. And speaking of game playing, how about we play some D&D?
In our last session, you guys finally made it to the swamp town of Lahias, where you met a number of the inhabitants of the village. You met Grania, the excitable young woman who Baki seems to have quite an affinity with. You met the mayor of the town, the Chief Khomduck. Go on to say it, Jake.
Khomduck.
Khomduck. Inspiration for anyone who can pronounce it correctly.
Khomduck.
There we go.
That's one.
Khomduck.
No.
Khomduck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I choked on my...
Okay. All right. Everyone gets inspiration. You escorted Baki up to the plateau at the end of the village, and you encountered Vasily, who gives the Bachman their tattoos to help them navigate the roads. You left Baki to get his tattoos. There was
It's going to be
talk-
shame when he comes out of getting tattoos as the big bad guy, right?
Well,
Also, Caleb, what do you think
Fuck
happens
off.
in
If you
tattoo
touch
parlors?
Baki, I'll kill you.
tattoos, ink, needles.
Yeah, but why was he screaming?
From
Because
pain.
it hurts.
Tattoos don't hurt that bad.
Well, have you ever had a magical tattoo that gives you magic powers? Made with a mysterious purple ink? Have
You don't know.
No.
You don't know.
haven't.
You haven't seen me.
Show me. Show me your
You haven't
purple
seen my
magic
prehensile
tattoo.
Show us your body right now.
Wait,
Show me your dick.
Wrong game. Wrong game. Wrong game.
Sorry.
The real fans will get it.
Yeah, only the true fans will get that.
Easter egg.
That's going on a shirt. Just show me your
Show
dick.
me his dick.
2 bottles smashed together.
On the back for science.
In brackets.
There was also talk of...
You get the train back on the tracks. Thank
I'm
you.
trying. There was also talk of Safirith maybe helping out with some of the tattoo, going up and maybe learning something from Vasily. But you guys made your way back down the plateau as you heard Baki screaming from pain, as you would with a magical tattoo. Which brings us to now. It's about mid-evening. You guys descend the plateau. Again, this village, it's quiet. There's not an awful lot going on. You do remember that the chief had mentioned something about help making traps if you wanted to go back to see him. But the evening is yours.
Oh, well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm quite tired after all that flying and snakes and everything.
Yeah, it was a bit of a traumatic day.
Yes. So I know they said we were going to be like billeted or something with the villagers.
Yeah, I think if we can probably find the small, loud Grania. She said that she would kind of organize it, so hopefully. But I don't feel bad like calling out.
Well, maybe if you're really quiet, we'll just hear her.
Gronya.
You shout out, and you can nearly hear your voice echoing back as the plateau cliff kind of curves around. I'll do that in post, man.
Oh, will you?
Yeah. Well, I will now.
You're like Hayden Christensen. You don't have to make the lightsaber noise.
You always have to make the lightsaber noises.
You can dub that out.
You look over as
Why
you
is everyone's
shout.
lips pursed?
They just really want to kiss each other.
Sea otters! We're looking at sea otters. 6 of them out there.
A number of the Lahians.
It's a very secular joke, Jake. I loved it. I'm here for it.
Sorry, Caleb.
Reeling it in.
It's been a while. We got to get all our sillies out.
We gotta get one episode done, guys. Come on.
Gronya.
You look over and you see a lot of the Lahians who are busy going about tasks and finishing up for the day. Look over that kind of
those
familiar
fuckers.
scowls on their faces that you now realize is the detest at any kind of sound that you were making in this village.
Oh, yeah, right. Those fuckers, they think to each other. I wanted to... what's her name? Gloria?
Grania.
Gronya? She's going to teach me how to do that shit. Can I hear her? I'm going to shout again if I can't hear her.
No, shh. We should be quiet.
Maybe we should just-
I don't think they like all the
You know what?
shouting.
Let's just go for a look. Let's see if we can find her.
So it's all right when you're taller than 5'2", but let me know what you can see.
We'll be on lookout for you.
Take a look.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Absolute garbage.
Yeah, you swear.
Do you want to put me on your shoulders, big man?
Yeah,
and I can
7.
look.
7. Yeah, you swear you hear a voice, and you hear Gronia. It's the echo of his voice coming back through.
That cool.
Maybe if we just go back to the chief's tent and ask, maybe
yeah.
he'd know, or...
I just started thinking real hard at one of them.
And looks at you, kind of frowns, looks away, looks back again, sees you still looking, looks away, and you hear in your head, "What?"
I can do it. Where's Gronya?
You hear nothing back. Just stares at you.
Shout out. Where's Gronya?
With that, you hear from the chief's tent. You can kind of hear arguing, like a frustrated, like, "Oh, no, come on." And as you kind of hear this, Gronia steps out of the tent and she says, "There you are!
Gronya!
Did you see Baki off all right?
He's fine. You can probably hear him screaming right now, but he's okay.
Screaming?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
your
bet
magical tattoos are very painful.
So I hear.
Yeah, much more painful than regular tattoos.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. I'll remember that when I get a tattoo next time.
Oh, you're going to get a tattoo?
I'm thinking about it.
What you thinking about?
Oh, I'm thinking about something on my arm. What you think?
Ooh, I don't know. Arm tattoos are so kind of overdone. Maybe ankle, maybe behind the ear.
Oof, ouch.
What is that?
No, nothing. It's fine. It's good.
You don't like tattoos on the legs, or?
I gotta
Behind
look
the
at
ear?
Safirith. Do I see a tattoo on her arm?
Yeah.
She literally
I
got
have
naked
5. I
last
have them
session to show. Yeah.
I have them across my back and down my arm, but
No,
it's okay. It's normally covered.
Bias
with the
wasn't
sleeves,
there because
so.
he decided to be a
Yeah.
dick and not go into the tent.
Canonically, he
I'm
doesn't
the only one
know.
that fucking
Yeah.
remembered what's going on.
Yeah, sorry, it's stripped for everyone else.
It's been a while,
but not
guys.
For
Just
you.
go with
I
us.
hate you.
So you have tattoos?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Oh, where would you put the tattoo on the little shell man?
Well, I mean, everything else is covered, so I'd probably. I feel like you could rock a neck tattoo though.
You could put one on your forehead.
On the top of your head.
On the top of
I
your
could
head.
get hair. I could tattoo hair on my forehead.
I mean, yeah.
That'll trick everyone.
No, you
And
do something
anything's an
tiny on his
idea.
tail. Do something tiny on his little tail that sticks out the back there.
A little stamp on the back of him that says bias, like a tramp stamp on him,
No, it
my
says
own
BJ.
name.
It says BJ. His initials.
so they know what to scream.
Oh.
I think that'd be very cute.
With that, Grania kind of says,
Listen. I asked around to see who you could stay with. It's a good news, bad news situation.
We're staying with you.
Yeah. You guessed it.
Yeah. Well,
I don't understand why that's a good news, bad news. That just sounds like good news too.
I know,
The bad
right?
news is that nobody wants to have you in there because they don't like you.
Oh, I thought it was bad news because no one
won't be
wanted
the
to be with
first time.
her.
But the good news is that you get to stay with us, me and Papa,
Thank
in
you.
here.
Oh,
Great.
Okay.
He hates us, but great.
That Papa does not hate you.
Oh, I don't know. He looked as such when he was thinking of me.
He's just got grumpy face.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
remember that. I'll walk
Yeah.
in with a grumpy face, baby.
Yeah, he likes that. It'll join you as a kindred spirit.
And I just look at her and think,
Oh,
she thinks to you, she's like,
I could try to teach you how to do this. So maybe if we get time, I'll teach you tonight, tomorrow. We do some lessons.
and I just think back at her. Great. I can't wait.
Wonderful.
Did you? She heard that. I'm doing it.
yeah. I think she said if they do it first, you can speak back to them.
But why didn't the other guy do it to me when I thought back at
Because
it?
I told
Because you
you,
were
everyone,
loud.
no one likes you.
I just said your papa doesn't like me, and apparently he does.
No, I said he doesn't hate you.
Bias. She's
Certainly doesn't like
she's
you.
trying to soften the blow.
We're lucky that we're allowed to stay in town as is.
So we probably shouldn't push our luck.
I'm not, what am I pushing?
Just yelling a lot.
It's because I haven't learned the fucking mind thing
Yeah.
yet.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, once you learn the mind thing, you won't be yelling. You can keep your voice down.
By the gods, every time.
Grania, we don't mean to be rude, but today was kind of intense. So I think a bunch of us are. I can't speak for everyone, but I think a bunch of us are kind of tapping out. And
You're tired.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
No.
It's really relaxing at home with me and Papa. You're going to be fine. You're going to fall asleep and never wake up throughout the night. It'll be relaxing. I can talk you to sleep. I can tell a fairy tale to you. I can tell you one of the Lahian fairies. Come.
and she kind of gestures for you guys to join into the tent. And you go in past where you met Chief Khomduck through another flap and into their kind of living area.
Before I go in, I just look around, see if anyone's like pausing and staring at us as we walk in.
People have been pausing and staring at you this
Constantly.
entire time, partially looking at you, partially looking at Grania with disdain.
Great. See, we're wanted. And I just give a little wave and pop in.
Okay. You wave, you head inside.
we are desirable.
You head into the living quarters of this tent, and as I said before, it's very much Weasley's World Cup tent. There's a couple of bunks that appear to have been set up for you guys. You can see there's a proper kind of bed futon on the ground, a large one that appears to be where Chief Khomduck would sleep. And then next to where the bunks are, you can see like a sleeping bag kind of rolled out on the ground, and Grania's like,
I'm going to sleep down there and hang out with you guys for the night, if that's okay.
Oh, we didn't mean to kick you out of your bed.
No, that's okay. It's a bed. It's a bed. A bed's a bed. You can lie down anywhere and sleep.
You know what? She's got a point.
Yeah, I don't need a bed. I carry my bed with me.
Oh.
And I'm okay to just sort of.
Do you need to hang on a branch or something?
No. I usually would sleep on the ground, but I can
Okay.
just kind of curl up in myself.
And I will not say no to a bed.
Okay, you get to bed.
Bed sounds
You
great.
get to bed, and you get to bed. Okay, great.
with that, you hear like the thudding footsteps of Chief Khomduck as he kind of comes through the flaps and looks at you and goes,
And I think real hard at him.
he thinks to you. He says,
Listen, Grania said she'll teach you, but please stop trying to think at me.
So I look really grumpy and be like, okay.
Good man.
he turns to all of you and speaks out loud and he says,
Listen. Bedtime is usually around this time, so if you wouldn't mind keeping it down if you're going to stay up and chitter-chatter. I'm going to rest now. There's much to be done in the morning. Setting up the traps, making sure the celebrations are ready for the tattooing of a new Bachman. You came late, but we still honor the tradition, and we will still give Baki the welcome and the celebration he deserves for being fully tattooed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Question. You said bedtime. Is that bedtime for you or for the whole village?
Oh, for most of the village, they most go to sleep at night. We have guards that keep a watch out, but usually as the sun sets, there's not much else to be done.
Oh, I mean, there's a few other things you could do.
Like what?
Sit around and talk and have dinner with friends, maybe drink, maybe fuck, the fun things.
You see Grania start to go a bright shade of pink, and she kind of like perks up a little bit. She seems pretty interested in this. Not the fucking in general, but the thoughts of fun.
Fun party.
I have never been to a party, nor have I drunk before, nor have I fucked. What is fucked?
That's not important.
No? No. He seems pretty enamored by it.
Gronya, how old are you?
Oh, I'm like, I don't know. I've been around for like, how many?
In like human years.
Oh, human years. I'd say like 18.
No.
No? What do you mean no? What is no?
It's too much of a guess for me.
You see Chief Khomduck just kind of watching you now.
I'm kidding. Fuck, man. Okay, fine. How about, tell you what, Chief Khomduck. We'll go out the tent. You'll still be able to hear us, but it is quieter. And then you can get to sleep. And I won't be alone. I grab Safirith. Safirith will be with me.
Do as you wish, just when you enter quietly.
Yeah, for sure. Don't worry.
I'm not talking about fucking with that sentence either. Come in. No, don't come
be
in.
loud.
Just slip in. You know what?
We
Good
will
night.
be
Moving on.
And he kind of
Open the flaps.
He kind of wanders over to his bed and drops it onto the futon and kind of curls up, turning away from you all. And he kind of...
I just think...
I was going to say, you hear in your head,
Stop fucking thinking at me.
You can hear me.
All right, come on.
Okay, let's go.
Have a good night. I'll see you all in the morning.
Gonna go to sleep. Okay, for sure. We're just gonna talk for a little bit. Grania, do you want to come up?
I'd love to come up. Yeah. Sorry, Papa.
It's okay.
I'd love to come up.
You'd think he'd get
Etterath?
earmuffs by now.
Give me a sec. And Etterath takes off his jacket.
I don't think I've ever seen you without your jacket before.
And he just leaves it on the bed and then just like, all right.
Oh my God, I wanted a description.
yeah, what do they see as you take your jacket off? Tell us slowly.
Rippling pectorals.
Well, you now see the entirety of his roughly poet shirt that he hides underneath the jacket.
That's right.
Too deep of a V, like good,
Never
like
too
all
deep
the
of
way
a V.
down, like
Almost navel, where it's like uncomfortable that we can't see your belly button.
Just have to wonder whether they're a clone or something.
not quite there, but you can
Okay.
see like just like the top app.
the single
Yeah,
app.
the one. And you see, he probably has not washed it in a little bit, so there's definitely some stains. And you see, there's like little patches on it that looks like he's probably have to sewn whatever rips and tears he's got in it himself.
Quite the seamstress.
It's functional,
Yeah.
not fashionable, but
Nice.
I
yeah.
love a sewer.
Yeah, you see, he's definitely not. He's not a buff man. He's like slim muscle. He's
Yeah.
slim muscle.
He's lean
Wiry.
muscle.
Slim muscle.
We'll step outside the tent then.
Excellent. Step outside the tent. What do they see, Caleb?
You step outside the tent, do a quick scan of the village, and you see people are beginning to light torches around the village perimeter, and you see a number of Githyanki starting to make their way out towards the edge of the village. They're all carrying spears and an assortment of equipment. You notice that there's what seems to be a lot of workshops closing up for the day as well. You see people putting away their tools. One Githyanki in the corner putting away a number of jars that look like they have an assortment of potions in them.
Grania, is there there's no like tavern or place we would go to, get a little drink, sit?
No, not here, unfortunately. We kind of just go about our business, and we sometimes have a kind of a village feast of sorts, but otherwise people just pack up and go to sleep and get up in the morning and continue work. What we do here is in high demand all over Bakht and the world, to be honest.
Is it just potions that you make?
Primarily, yes. Mostly potions. We have brilliant minds for traps, so sometimes we sell, little trap devices and things like that, or patents on traps and things like that. But otherwise, mostly potions and
magics like that.
And weird question, how do you get the little man inside the bottle? Like it looks like a little image of a little man in there. And
The trick is you build the bottle around the man.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see it when we first were looking at the like purple rain potion. If you look really closely, you can see a little guy like dancing in it. Yeah, it's wild.
Oh, okay. No, I missed that one.
Incredible.
So I was just curious. I just wanted to hear from the
Tiny little man.
Grania, I'd be surprised that the next question is a no. So, Etterath, do you have any booze on you?
Give me a sec. I go back into the tent. I
You
go
only
in.
hear the soft snoring of Chief Khomduck. Agenar.
Hi, Nesh. Just letting you know that we've made it to the village up in north. Miss you lots. Hope you're doing okay. Bye.
A bit of silence, and you hear back.
Lovely to hear from you. Glad you're doing well. Things are okay here. A little bit of dangerous energy about here in the choosing, but otherwise, things are well. Miss you too.
Etterath, you catch that as you creep on in.
Got someone in the choosing? Got someone still there?
Oh, well, it's part of. I don't want to wake the chief.
Sorry, I won't whisper.
So, everyone who is from the Temple of Brigantia goes to part of the choosing, but some don't come back because just because people decide to stay doesn't mean they don't need help too. So, Nesh stayed.
Did you do the choosing?
Of course.
Did you complete it?
Yeah, of course. But I didn't stay. I went back to the temple and then they said, oh, we need to make contact with the temple on Bokt. So,
Nice.
yes. But Nesh stayed, so. But it's okay, we can talk once a day.
That's good. It's good that you can still talk to your friends.
Yes. Did you do the choosing?
I tried.
You tried?
And failed.
Oh,
I barely lasted a week.
oh.
Got ambushed, so I ran away and realized I had left the jungle, so
Oh,
I failed.
that's not failing. That's just making the choice earlier.
Yeah, but now I can't go back. I just hope that she made it.
Oh, yes, Nesh will be fine. She's with the other temple.
Oh, yeah. She's anything like you. She's got a good head on her shoulder.
Oh, that's very nice. Oh,
Etterath, where's that booze?
This whole time, I've just been sipping from a small flask that I pulled out of my
I
jacket
pull
pocket.
out two bottles of wine that I had from my one drunken escapade. I had that one night.
well, looks like you guys are planning a fun night. I won't keep you any longer.
Yep.
Have fun.
Good night.
So, Gloria, you're telling me that there's no one else that...
Grania.
Grania. So, Grania, you're telling me that there's no...
2 sips of that flask and you're calling me Gloria?
You're just so glorious the way you are. Yeah, it's what I do. You're telling me there's no one else that talks out loud around here?
No, people talk out loud. They just don't like to do it to strangers.
Odd.
Yeah.
When they don't think at them either. So how do you
They just don't
communicate?
like talking to strangers full stop, I don't think. They prefer to talk in telepathic message, but
So I have a
people
question.
do talk out loud.
When do babies not become strangers?
When do babies not become strangers?
Yeah, you
Is it
don't know it
legal?
when it's been born, so when does it not become a stranger?
It's not a stranger to the parents immediately.
Oh, yeah, it is.
She's had the
Well,
carrier of the baby has had the baby for 9 months.
Oh, do you know anything about that baby? No, it's a stranger.
I know
It does. You don't know its name when it comes out, do you?
I know its parents.
You know, I know someone's parents. Doesn't mean I know their baby.
Right, but the baby knows its parents, and the parents know the baby, so the baby's not a stranger to anyone.
Grania, I'm guessing you don't get many strangers here, do you?
No, not at all.
Usually the Buckmen come to get tattooed. We celebrate, they leave.
How do you celebrate?
Oh, you will find out. Maybe there to be drinking and fucking.
Yeah, maybe. I
And
don't
some
know.
knifing and some spooning.
Here, and she reaches out and offers Grania
What is this?
small. It's strong, but you can take a sip if you like.
Okay.
Oh boy. 18
Hands
now.
it back. You watch her head start to swim, and she's like, oh. Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's an
yes.
interesting taste. It burns a little bit. Makes it feel like my tummy's on fire.
Yeah, sorry. It's fire whiskey, so in about 10 seconds, your belly's going to feel a little hotter. Yeah.
Stand
He
back.
starts to keel
Stand
over.
back.
She places a hand up against the tent. She starts retching. You go to maybe put a hand on her, but before you can, she starts to spew.
And a bit of fire kind of bursts out from the fire whiskey as it kind of laps at her.
It covers the side of the tent. This mix of what looks to be kind of like a grayish gruel that's kind of have this like very like watery
Ew.
texture, and it covers and spatters the whole side
Oh,
of the tent.
God, I'm so sorry.
I don't think I like drinking.
I go up to her and I just say, you'll get better at it. Don't worry. And I do lay on hands.
You lay on hands. She appears to kind of glow a little bit, and she's like, oh, wow, okay. You get better? You do that more than once?
Yeah, practice makes perfect, you know.
Why would I practice something that makes me sick?
Why do you practice walking when you fall over straight away?
Well, that's a good
You just,
question,
you know,
actually.
you just take little sips, and then slowly you get used to it.
As
and you have
Etterath
more,
comes
and
out with half a bottle already down.
then you need a lot.
And then you become alcoholic.
Okay, this one's for me. This one's for the rest of yous.
Oh, I'm good, but if I think Bias is hankering for something.
Yep, and he grabs it from you. Right, cheers. Try this one, because it's not going to burn or
What is
vomit
this?
fire.
Oh, this one's just a nice wine.
A nice wine, okay.
Don't down it.
Tiny, tiny sip. That's a tiny, tiny sip. Okay. This tastes like something that would grow on you. Perhaps as I get older, maybe I'll appreciate it more. But right now, I'm not a big fan.
It's going to age well.
Will it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Have you ever thought about leaving here?
Sorry, what?
That's an extreme question.
Give her a few more drinks first. Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't know. She was talking about how there are no parties here and
I don't know.
nothing going on, and I was just curious. And you know,
Well, are you going to become the new chief?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just
how is
here.
my question more intense than that question?
Are you going to leave your friends and family and everyone you know and just fuck off into the wilds?
Is that what leaving is? I don't want to
No.
leave
Basically.
my family. I don't have friends, but I don't want to leave my dad.
You can always come back.
Can you?
Most of the time.
You go back to where your family is?
Takes a big swig from the bottle.
I mean, you know,
Circumstances.
usually you can go home.
Sometimes you don't want to.
Why would you not want to go back to home? Home is beautiful. Home is fun. Home is where family and friends are.
Not always.
You just said you don't have fun here. And you just said you don't have any friends.
No, but if leaving ends up the way that you guys seem to find going back, then I don't want to leave. You guys seem like you would dread to go back to yours.
Well, my home wasn't exactly a picnic to begin with, so
We don't have picnics here either.
yeah, you know, it's
the bloody hell do
so
we do?
nothing to go back there for. So,
So
you
if
know,
I leave, there'd be nothing to come back here for.
No. There would be for you. Your dad's here.
Are your parents, Safirith, are your parents back where you're from?
no. They died many years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's something that happens.
What about you, hairy, scary man?
Never knew who my parents were.
Yeah,
Well, me neither. Look at that. We got something in common.
real.
We're becoming best of friends.
I don't want to bond over this.
Come on, what are we gonna bond over if not our
Yeah,
trauma?
right? I mean, if you never met them, we can't be sad about them.
I mean, it was a whole weird thing. I was raised by several people, but it's
Yeah, me too.
I put raised in quotation marks.
Ah, me
I
too.
was put up
You were put up?
with, as in,
Oh, you were put up with? Oh,
was
okay.
put up with,
That one
yes.
extra word helped.
yes. Sorry, I'm already 3/4 of a bottle in.
But you never know. Sometimes leaving, you can find better places, better people, and you come back a better person.
The world's a beautiful place.
Sometimes you're stuck with the ones you're with, unfortunately.
If I go and come back, will the people I know still be here, and will they still be the same?
Everyone changes.
Always. So there's no for sure, but
So if you go back, the people you do not want to see. They may have changed.
I feel like we give him some bad advice. I think we need Agenar to like keep us on the steady track.
We're
Don't run away from your village just because we said so. Do it if you want to. If you want to, I fully support you.
Okay, thank you.
I mean,
If you want to, you can come with us.
Oh, you want me to come with you guys? And Bucky as well?
well, weird. I don't know. Just the way you were talking, I thought maybe you'd like to come out and have some adventure and then maybe
See the
come
world.
home. But that's always your decision.
You don't party, you don't picnic, you don't have friends. What do people do around here?
Oh, we do what we need to do.
What do you need to do? Like what? How many Bachman come in here every day? And only one of you can tattoo. Like what do you do?
Well, we've got people that are stone workers, people that are woodworkers that make bits and pieces, keep town going. We have glass blowers to make the potion bottles. We have people that are in charge of arcana. And then I can do some things. She
Ooh, what can
holds
you
out
do?
her hand.
I pick up a bit of this.
Can I touch a belonging of yours?
Yeah, sure. He pulls out his hammer. Touch this.
Touches it and she casts light on it and light emanates from it.
oh God!
She says, I've been learning the arcane arts in order to help people like Shaman Vasily or other people that come here that need help with things out in the traps and stuff like that. Like I can help with the traps and hopefully one day help deal with any intruders here or in further Bokt. Papa is not so convinced that things are all well in Bokt as far as the other continents wanting to take from us what we create.
While I'm swinging my glowing weapon, going vroom, vroom.
You gotta make the noises.
Zoom, zoom,
You have the high ground.
A question though, what do you want to do? If you want to do magic, why are you here? Why not go become a Bachman?
Oh, I don't want to navigate. That's tough. That's tough. That's difficult. And the roads are really scary and really unsafe.
But what do you like doing?
I like doing magics and I like basket weaving and I like chatting with Papa and I like watching all the pretty things go past. The pretty people, the pretty animals.
He's talking about you, Safirith.
You are pretty.
Thank you, but
It's okay.
no.
Feel like she'd be a good bard.
A what?
Feel like she'd be a good bard.
Have you ever played an instrument?
No.
Have you ever sung?
What do you sing? Could you
I bet you have a
demonstrate?
great singing voice.
Could you each demonstrate one at a time so I
Oh,
get a vibe for it?
No.
Hold on. Give me a sec. I go back into the tent.
Agenar, what are you doing?
Agenar is asleep.
Agenar is fast asleep.
Sleeping sounds for Agenar. It would just be kind of like just like the occasional little like chirp.
It's so cute. Sorry.
Yeah, a little bit of the. I can't make that noise though.
That is fucking adorable.
She is like tucked under her wing, proper chicken style. Like you cannot see her head.
God, that is fucking adorable. Oh, fuck, what did I come in to get? Just narrow. And he digs through his jacket and he brings out a couple of pieces of paper.
Okay. Excellent. You head back outside the tent.
For the number of times you've gone in, maybe you should just go get your jacket.
There's a reason why he never takes it off.
Keep all my stuff in there. You know what?
No, I'm just
It's
messing.
really hot and humid, and I was just starting to get really sweaty.
That's fair. Sorry, you were going to show us something.
Yeah.
What you going to show us?
A couple of old shanties from his pirating days.
Here we go.
Do you want to roll performance beforehand? Determine
Yes.
To determine how well
how well.
get to do it?
You have drank 3/4 of a bottle of wine.
No, that's fine. That's
all right.
3/4 of a bottle of wine.
definitely adds
That
to the.
gets rid of the inhibitions. That's
Yeah.
almost advantage. But yeah.
Yeah, why do you think he's doing this?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll your performance.
Grania, do people not sing here?
When we have the celebrations, we usually do some sort of music sort of stuff. But there's this humming and there's doof kind of things.
Just start banging my shell. Boom, 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 like that.
Yeah, like that. You might be able to join in tomorrow night.
Oh, I can play my shell like a bongo.
Yeah. Wait, if I rub my fingers across, and she starts rubbing her fingers across the ribbing at the
And you
front.
get like that.
It's like,
Like a washboard.
yeah, exactly.
14.
You're the musician here. You deal with that.
Well, I think that the point of rolling beforehand was that you could infer how well you wanted to
Yeah,
do on
so
the roll.
that's your choice as to how you bring
How
it.
would you
Okay.
you assume a 14 for
Just
Etterath?
give us your 14.
Oh, when the billowy shore, upon the shore. Oh, when the billowy shore on the ocean floor, will she sail no more? That's it.
You guys see what appears to be a welling of the eyes on Grania and possibly on Etterath. And she goes, That is a shanty?
In a sense, it's a song.
A song?
Shanty's kind of a work song that sailors sing, usually because we're at sea for a very long time, so it helps us keep our mind off things, usually a call and response sort of thing.
Oh.
This one's a little more somber.
It was beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
I haven't heard music in a long time.
It's been a while.
Would you teach me how to do something like that?
I'm not great at it, but I can try.
Maybe we could work something out for the celebration.
Um,
Would you do that in front of other people?
Maybe with a little bit of prep time.
Yeah, I mean,
And maybe
come on,
something a little
you
more
got a great
upbeat.
voice.
Maybe it's something a little more upbeat. Yeah.
We'll work something out.
Yeah.
As it creeps further and further into the night, you're heading closer and closer towards the 10 p.m. mark. The sun has set. It is early by modern day standards, but it is dark. For those new night owls that stay up till 1 a.m, editing podcasts.
I like how
Just
you
1
think that
a.m.
1 a.m. is the really late thing too.
As I get older, it definitely does.
Well, I think I might have had enough whiskey. I might be ready to pass out. But Grania, just think about it. I don't know. Maybe there's something else out there for you. I don't know. You just strike me as different from a lot of the people we've seen here. I'm gonna go to bed. And
Safirith,
yeah,
you can do your magic, right?
yeah, a little bit. What do you need?
You do magic as well?
Just a little bit, but yes.
How? Show me.
Actually, you both do magic. Question for you to both.
Yeah.
My magic is very loud.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe tomorrow.
Kind of.
Grania, you take my left eye. Safirith, you look at my right eye. Can you see anything purple in here?
She leans in close. Go ahead and make a perception check, please.
And when Grania's getting close, I'm like,
Why would you?
Got these headphones on too loud.
I was about to say 6, but the gag is over. No, I see no red in your
sorry, I just having fun.
Okay. It's very fun. Vomiting from drink and being scared in the middle of the night. So much fun.
Here, I realized I can show you something. And I cast Mage Hand, and I just make the little hand appear beside me, and it just waves at
And she rubs her hands together and claps, and her own mage hand appears. Yes, her own mage hand appears and kind of waves back at you.
I make my mage hand high five her mage hand.
It goes towards her and ends up slapping together. She's like, you do the hand as well.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah. It's a fun spell.
Yeah. That one I could do for a long time, but some of the other ones are new. I'm getting used to them.
Oh, okay. Well, you show me whenever you're comfortable.
Yeah, it's a little aggressive, so I don't want to scare people, especially since
okay. Yeah, I've got a couple of aggressive ones as well, just for protection.
Cool.
Yeah.
So,
Good night.
anything in my eyes?
No, you didn't have
Okay.
anything in your
What did you have in your eyes?
Apparently, I had some purple shimmering in my eyes.
Oh, you had the
There's a fog.
the purple powder.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
It makes you see weird shit, eh?
Yeah, you can get it from one of the apothecaries here.
Oh, that's what you do for fun. Oh,
In
you
little
hallucinogens. Okay.
You throw it on the ground and it will puff up, or you kind of sprinkle it somewhere and it affects people in different ways. You might be able to get yourself some.
How does it affect you?
I see.
How did you not say dead people?
Because I was trying to roleplay something serious.
Sorry.
What
No, it's okay. I would have undermined you if you were doing it. So, respect alike. I see my mama.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Where is she?
She's probably with your parents, Safirith.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice that you get to see her again, even if it's
Oh, no, it's not.
keep it together.
as she says, no, it's terrible and terrifying. And the day she was gone is what I see. So it's not fun at all.
Oh.
With that, Grania is just like, I think maybe I should go to sleep. Thank you for the talk and the drink, and thank you very much for the song.
No problem.
Before we go into the tent, I'm just going to grab some like leaves and just try and like put it over the vomit stain
Okay, yeah, you kind of
on the tent. Just like
stick leaves to
I
the
try to like wipe it away at the start, but it's just not.
You ever try to wipe up an egg? You know, and it kind of trails and follows. Yeah. That's
You have a look and you don't know what Grania was eating, but whatever it was, it does not look appetizing.
To be fair, anything you throw up, regardless of what you've eaten, does not look appetizing.
Sometimes I like throw up like...
And you're like, oh my God, delicious.
Well, no, but like I've like
Beef
thrown up
stew
like
kinda looks the
full
same.
pieces of like spaghetti or
Maybe chew your food.
like spinach.
Trigger warning
That
for
was
anybody who
nice.
doesn't like this sort of stuff.
My dad, yeah, we'll have to do it. Yeah, my dad had a friend who used to legitimately make sure he only ate spaghetti the day of a big bender, so that when he did inevitably throw up, it would come up easier.
That is
Yeah, it's good vomiting food for like a night on.
Have you ever had like a noodle catch in your nose?
Okay.
I've actually blown my nose. When it came out.
Moving on.
Well, we've lost most of our listeners for this episode.
Remember when this was a D&D?
Hey, that's my line.
So
Sorry, I had to. It was right there.
With that,
Grania takes her leave and goes back into the tent. Would you guys like to follow, or are you going to stay outside? You do notice that there's not a person in sight now. The tents are all closed up, lit up with the dim light from the torches that are going around the perimeter up to the plateau.
Well, I'm definitely going to bed, but gents, feel free to party. Just don't be too loud.
Yes, Mom.
You're welcome.
That's what Mom say, right?
Yeah.
Hey, none of us would know. Hey.
Well, I had my mom for a little bit. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to bed. Good night. Ugh.
Safirith heads off into the tent, leaving Etterath unbiased next to probably still at 70% of the vomit on the side of the tent.
Oh, what you doing, big boy?
I was just going to stay up for a bit. What's the sky look like?
It is full of stars. You do
Beautiful.
look
Love
up
it.
and the light from the stars, this isn't something new or you would even think twice about, but the light from the stars does give the eye in the sky a slight glow. But yeah, out here, there's no civilization. It's a lovely night for stargazing.
Gonna watch the stars for a bit. Probably fall asleep out here.
Cool. I'll go back inside. Good night.
Cool. Not like we're gonna have a cool moment where I tell you about the stars and cool shit. Fine.
Oh, I can stay out if you want.
No, moment's ruined.
I was trying to get the boys to bond.
Night, BJ.
As BJ heads
I like
back
it.
into the tent, Etterath, you saddle up next to the tent, looking up at the
You're
stars.
just here.
as BJ pops into his shower. I like BJ. It's less of a mouthful.
And bias?
I got it.
Oh, he means blowjobs. Oh, okay.
I thought Cunnilingus himself would understand that.
No, it's only on the delivery, not the uptake.
You guys fall into quite a nice sleep after such an eventful day. Take your long rest, by the way. I'm sure you guys want to do that.
Finally.
It's one of those fitful rests that you find in a place that's completely dark and completely quiet. For those of you that have been sleeping on a ship for a while, for those of you that have slept on the road, that uneasiness, there's a comfort here in Lahias, regardless of how people are treating you. There is a comfort level here of like, we can rest easy, knowing that you're in somewhere that's completely safe.
And you awake to the smell of food coming from outside the tent. It plays in your nostrils, not necessarily appetizing, but after a long day and a long night, you do notice your stomach's growling. There's sounds of some clattering as well outside. Etterath, did you sleep your whole night outside?
I probably found a nice place to lean up against. And
You're up against a tree, perhaps, and you open your eyes and you see a queue forming in front of you in the corner of the village, where there seems to be some kind of like food kitchen where all the Lahians are lining up. There is a big, heavy-set Githyanki next to a cauldron, and he's stirring it, and people are going up with these little wooden bowls. Etterath, you do notice that as they're taking their food, they seem to be going and sitting cross-legged. Most of them by themselves. You do notice that a few of them do couple up and face each other as they're eating, and you look at them for a few moments, and they do seem to be conversing, because you see some smirks or a quick frown as they're looking at each other, little minute facial expressions that you assume is accompanying a telepathic conversation.
Fascinating.
You guys wake up to the smell coming from outside of the tent. You look over where Khomduck was sleeping and he is no longer in his bed.
Agenar is also
Not there?
not there.
Ooh. What are you doing, Agenar?
Well, Agenar got up nice and early, and as they say,
The early bird gets the worm.
Yeah. So Agenar has eaten
She
breakfast.
screams at dawn.
Are you...
She goes full like were chicken. Can I ask what you ate?
I tried the local cuisine. I was like there observing, gave a hand helping set up.
Cool, yeah, Etterath, and you do notice that one of the helpers by the cauldron handing out the bowls is Agenar, with a huge grin on her face, doing whatever she can to help.
Brigantia be with you. Brigantia be with you.
You take a closer look at the bowls, and it seems to be some kind of grey gruel, not very appetizing. There's little bits of vegetables, what look to be raw vegetables mixed in with it. Doesn't look very appetizing.
Well, I smell food and I am starving, so I roll out of bed and start moving and get out of the tent. And
Yeah, you exit the tent and you see the queue of people forming for the food. As I mentioned, you do a quick side glance and you see Etterath leaning next to a tree, like grunting his dissatisfaction.
it's the morning. How could you already be unhappy? What's wrong? Nothing's happened.
I woke up. That's what happened.
He's got fleas.
Where did it go? Jesus Christ.
Fuck you. I don't have fleas.
Well, I'm gonna go get some breakfast. I'll leave you two cheerful people to yourselves.
All right.
And I walk over to join the line for breakfast.
So breakfast looks like shit. Do you got any rations?
I have some rations, but in a place that's just filled with life and like natural herbs and everything, you think that they'd find a way to add more spice, something.
Well, judging by how they live their life, they're not going to eat spicy if they're not going to live spicy.
Yeah, but I feel like Etterath just like walks like 20 feet into the bush and goes like, there's wild peppers, there's natural herbs.
Okay, what can you throw together then?
Fuck you, making me. I forage.
I already checked in Agnar's bed. There was no eggs, so we got to find something else.
That's horrifying that you would even think to do that.
Well,
Those are her babies.
Children.
not until they're fertilized.
No, that's
It's her period.
exactly
I've eaten worse.
delicious.
Technically,
Bingus bogus, pulling a Moses.
I go get a healthy helping of the local cuisine.
Yeah, you do.
Jesus.
What's with you this morning?
I woke up nice and bright and I feel happy.
You head on up. You realize there is a line as you kind of step up and see Agenar there serving with the bowls.
I'll wait my turn.
Okay, you step in line.
I found some swamp peppers.
Well,
and
can you make a
some-
nature check for me? Yeah, a survival check rather.
That face didn't look good.
They might look like swamp peppers.
Well, that's why Etterath is only going to give it to him by his chore.
Guess who's gonna be tripping balls today?
Or
A 4.
Oh, guess who's gonna die today?
You start to hunt around and you kind of get on your hands and knees and kind of press around through the trees, hunting through. You find a leaf that has some kind of tacky kind of quality to it that you realize that you think you could probably like squeeze it and get some gunk out of it. And then you realize it's got Grania's vomit on it. And you go, shit, this is one of the leaves that fucking Safirith wiped up the vomit with. You continue hunting around and you find a couple of little sprigs of ferns that you gather you may be able to eat with what look to be tiny, not even berries, like little hard, crunchy bits, like the end of a popcorn kernel. And then you also find on the ground what appears to be like a rotted piece of some sort of vegetable.
give it a sniff.
Smells rotten.
How rotting is it?
Make a perception check for me.
19.
Very rotten. It's falling apart in your hand.
Yeah, this will work. It went from genuine now to malicious.
Okay. What are you doing as Safirith is waiting in line still?
I will wait in line and eventually get a bowl for me and Bias.
Okay. You get to the front and this Githyanki kind of looks at you, Safirith, kind of nods, kind of gets a bowl from Agenar, kind of schlops.
Agenar just mouths good morning at you without making any sound.
Mouth back at her. Good morning.
Hands you the bowl.
She waves silently but excitedly.
They're like locals.
I mouth back to her. You're a morning person, huh?
You hear in your head,
If you have got your ball, could you consider moving on, please? You're holding up the line.
sheepishly walk away.
comes to you Etterath. Gets one bowl from Agenar, kind of slops 2 slops and hands it to you, and you're still standing there.
Yeah, I'm just going to take the one, and I kind of nod thankingly.
Nods back.
Agenar smiles and waves enthusiastically.
He gives a little wave. And then he goes over up to Bias with the one bowl.
Okay.
All right. Then he turns around and kind of like mixes the pepper in, like the vegetable, whatever it is in, like a few.
Okay.
And like I feel like he goes back to his jack and like he probably has like little packets of things.
Did I watch him?
How
go and get
subtly
this?
are you doing this? Yeah.
I went and watched him forage and then go and get a bowl of slop.
Did you watch him forage, or he went off on his own?
Well, okay, I didn't watch him forage, but he got
Okay.
a bowl of slop. That's what I don't want to eat.
I'm
Making it better for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you trying to do it stealthily though, or are you showing him that you're adding spices and stuff?
I'm
to it?
showing him that I'm
Okay,
adding things.
excellent.
All right, great. What you putting in? Ooh, tell me. What is it?
So it's a surprise.
Okay, I like it spicy.
Oh, spicy. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And then he gives it to Bias.
Okay, Bias, you're given a bowl of schlop with some improvements.
In the interest
Quote
of
unquote improvement.
keeping it cordial,
Mhm.
I start eating it.
Okay.
Bear in mind, I am immune to disease.
But not
Yeah, no,
poison.
that's no over.
I'm also immune to disease.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me as you eat this schlop while still making eye contact with Etterath.
Ugh, this texture reminds me of something. 21.
You put this in your mouth and you taste something, and you feel something that does not feel right. And you look at Etterath and you
Okay, I just eat
stare
it.
him down. Yeah, you swallow it down. In your training, you've been taught to eat all sorts of things and resist all sorts of things. And you feel this gurgle in your stomach, but you hold it down.
I finish it.
You
Just
continue to
smiling
eat it.
at him.
There you go. Etterath.
Like, it's delicious. Remind me, I have to make you one day.
I'm the
Appreciate
chef
it.
here.
Thank you.
I'm just over in the corner eating my slop quietly, like a good little girl. All right.
So where'd you learn to cook?
On the ship.
Yeah, so you were the chef on the ship?
No.
So how'd you learn to cook on the ship?
From the chef on the ship.
Okay, nice. What was his name?
Dukas.
Dukas?
Dukas.
Come on. Jesus.
Come on, Gunny, keep it together.
You're gonna remind me if I ever meet.
We just need Michael Hunt in the whole thing.
remind me if I ever meet Dukas that you gotta tell him that he's a good teacher. They are a good teacher.
As you guys are chowing down on breakfast with the rest of the village, you notice everyone who's sitting cross-legged starts to shift their bodies towards the plateau. You guys follow their gaze and you notice the chief coming down from the plateau.
What was his name?
Khomduck. How'd I do?
Yeah. Solid.
I know he speaks like that.
Irish pass on that one.
Nice. Yeah, they all avert their gaze over as he comes down and he stands next to the cauldron, and the Githyanki chef who was standing there serving food also then sits cross-legged and looks up at him.
Agenar will go and join
You
the
join?
rest of the group.
Yeah, peer pressure.
Well, it's seeing that this is a
everyone,
this is a
the
like
whole village
we're
is
done
now
Yeah.
sitting cross-legged.
You're not that person that stands with the people giving the speech.
Arms crossed.
It's just like, yeah.
Khomduck nods at the chef as he sits cross-legged, and then you feel a message inside your brains.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody looks over at you at once. It's near like a horror movie, like, you know, when all the children like whip their heads back, like,
I just smile away.
it's very unnerving.
As you can see, we have some strangers staying with us for the time being. Please give them every courtesy possible, even if they do not return it to you. They are our guests. They are new here. They do not understand the customs. Be patient. On today's docket, it's a beautiful day. We're gonna have a lovely day. We're gonna have a beautiful day.
What? He's not that at all, by the way. Quite the opposite.
Things that need to be done. It is imperative that the traps be repaired. We are in grave danger constantly from creatures and from intruders. So if we could get on that as soon as possible, that would just be swell. I would also like to announce that the weekly ritual will be going ahead as planned today. Those of you taking part, please head there immediately to prepare. We also have the celebration tonight for a brand new bailman. Those of you that would like to participate and help out with the preparations, that would be greatly appreciated. Grania has told me that there may be some music, some entertainment, so we shall see about that. Finally, be kind to each other, as always, and be well.
There's a little... And you watch as from the plateau, this strange-looking bird is flying down. It's like a mixture between a sparrow and an eagle, like odd kind of proportions. And it's got kind of like purple coloring over its where its eyebrows would be and under its wings. And it kind of flies down and lands on the chief's shoulder. He kind of looks over to it and it kind of in his ear and he goes,
Okay.
Looks directly at you, Safirith, and says out loud,
Horned One, you are required up with Vasily. She requires your assistance with the young Goliath. If you could proceed there immediately, be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Follow the bird.
and the bird kind of flutters over to you, flies in front of your face a little excited, kind of.
Okay.
And it heads off the same way that you guys originally went to the plateau.
Awkwardly kind of stand up from the group and...
Have fun with the tattoos.
Thanks. Yeah. I'll see you guys later.
Don't make him scream too loud.
I follows the bird.
You head off following the bird. What are the rest of you doing? As the rest of the town starts to slowly meander off. To do their jobs.
I got out of chores.
Yeah, you notice Khomduck as everyone starts to clean up their plates. He approaches you.
Travelers, adventurers.
Hello, good morning.
No, speaking out loud is rude. Remember that. We can't speak out loud.
But he just spoke
speaking
out loud to
now.
us.
It's fine.
Oh, okay.
I would not, your brain does not look like it could handle the amount of telepathy we deal with. So
You're not wrong.
I trust you had a good night, are well rested.
Oh, yes.
It was
Very.
lovely.
Now, if you would kindly either help out with any of the chores that may be needing done, or keep to yourselves. You're welcome to look around and see what the town has to offer, but please do not disturb too many of our townsfolk. They have a lot of work to do.
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to help with anything, just not the snakes.
Noted. Is there something you would prefer to do? I can bring Grania here. She can brief you on what needs to be done.
Well,
I guess one of us should probably go fix the traps that we broke.
Yeah, I'm confused about that. Weren't the traps just plants?
There were vines,
Yeah, they'll regrow.
and then there were also
that was snakes. I'm not helping with the snakes.
So what we meant to do with the snakes? Just
The snakes in the vines,
throw them
no.
back?
No.
You cut a massive divot in our thorns in the crevasse there.
Well, how am I meant to grow back the thorns?
You could help clear the snakes so that our druid types could help grow with the grow thorns.
Yes, so probably not a good job for us, I think.
Well, no, Safirith is the one that kept dropping the snakes on the thorns, so she should be the one to help to bring them back.
Well, she was okay touching them, but she's busy.
No,
so
she had
I'm
a mage
sure
hand
there's
that she kept
plenty of people.
throwing them.
Oh,
Maybe you should help clear the snakes. You get
well,
to kill some
why
things,
don't we
maybe.
do something
I
all
want to kill
together?
things. Yeah. Okay. I don't think we have the skill set to do anything with the thorns, to be honest.
Okay, well, we could always use extra traps. What with the Bachman ritual going on, there may be more dangerous activity, usually when magics are happening.
Or create a new trap.
New traps are always needed.
Oh,
You could brainstorm, maybe work with some of our woodworkers, stoneworkers, potion makers. It's completely up to you. You're left to your own devices.
thank you for
That is fine.
giving us so much choice with all the helpful things we could do.
What are the traps trying to keep away?
Animals, mostly. Some of them arcane in nature, some of them natural.
Okay.
The traps preferably wouldn't kill any intruders, just trap them. We're not looking to deal death here, just to restrain or possibly stop or turn away, even.
Oh,
You know
now
what
I
works real well
understand.
with keeping things away, especially animals?
What?
Noise.
You know what attracts some animals?
What?
noise.
Oh, nature's a fickle bitch.
She is. She is. A necessary but fickle bitch.
And with that, he kind of nods to you and kind of steps away and heads back towards his tent.
Well, while you guys decide what we're doing, I'm going to go shopping.
Oh, shopping? Oh, I didn't realize there were stores.
Yeah, he said we could walk around town. I'm assuming they're making shit. Otherwise, why would they be working all day?
Oh, yes, he did say that there were woodworkers, didn't he?
I got a song I need to write. Shit.
A song?
Oh, you missed it. He sang. It was actually all right.
Fuck you.
What? That's the highest compliment I can give.
It was, you know what?
You sang a song?
I did.
You know what? Fuck you.
Oh, I'm very disappointed that I missed that.
I wouldn't be. It was shit.
I might have accidentally signed myself up to help perform at the... Gosh, shit.
At the what?
At the celebration tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, Grania, she was like, oh, maybe you could take it to Bruins. I was like, yeah, maybe I could. And then it's like, shit, I regret that decision now.
That's pretty much exactly how it went.
We whip over to Safirith, who has ascended to the plateau. As you arrive at the top, you look over, and Vasily and Baki aren't in the tent. In fact, they're right at the middle of the plateau under the morning sun. Baki on his stomach and Vasily sitting on his back, tattooing. You notice most of his body is now covered in these intricate spirals and lines, these purple grids and roads, except for one small patch on his arm that seems to be left intentionally blank. She looks up at you and she winks. And that's where we're going to leave our session!